Let's talk about filming a wedding with one camera and one lens all by yourself.
Boy, have you lost your mind, because I'll help you find it.
When you're first getting started filming weddings, it can be incredibly discouraging. Looking at all the films out there, wishing you had all the money so that you can get all the cameras, capture all the angles, and have that peace of mind on the wedding day. But maturing as a wedding videographer is realizing that less really is more, and you don't need as much as you think you do. At least starting out. And to be honest, it is 100% possible to film a wedding beautifully with just one camera and one lens. In the video that I'm going to be showing on screen here, I have re-edited to remove all of the safety angles, all of my tripod angles, and just include the moments that I captured with my handheld rig. Just to prove that it is possible, that you don't really need what you stress about, what you overanalyze. So today I want to talk about how you can capture a wedding beautifully with just this minimal setup. Number one is wide, medium, and close. Instead of relying on one long drawn out take, you want to think about what makes a scene engaging, and that's variety. Cutting between a wide, a medium, and a close-up is going to make your film feel so much more immersive and bring this moment to life on screen. And you want to use this approach towards every moment, every key moment on the wedding day. Whether it's groom prep, bride prep, the ceremony, the portraits, you want to build effective scenes through a variety of coverage. And an obvious way to do this is to use a zoom lens or just reposition yourself throughout the moment. But I know one of the most challenging aspects of filming solo with one camera and one lens, especially during the dialogue-driven moments like the ceremony and the speeches, is where do you put more emphasis with your camera. So let's just dive into the ceremony for a second. If I was to film this with one camera, one lens, I would focus on all these key moments. Number one, the groom reaction. Two, the bride's entrance. The handoff, the opening monologue, and then that's when I would reposition for guest reactions. Move around the ceremony while the officiant is continuing his speech, so that I get more variety and I maximize my time during this moment before the vows. And then when the vows come up, I will basically just be filming who is speaking and then reposition when the next person starts. And then once the vows are done, I'll reposition to the center to capture the rings, to capture the kiss, and the final exit. And then for speeches, I treated this like a documentary. So I only had one lens on my camera. It was a 50mm lens. And what I would do is I would just be present and actively listening to what the speaker was saying. If she was spitting out really key storylines, I would stay locked in on her giving the speech. But if it was more generic lines, more story that I wouldn't necessarily use in my edit, I would pan over to the bride and the groom. And this way, when you get back into your editor, you can stitch those two shots together to make it feel like it was one continuous take. Now, we all have bad experiences with photographers, videographers, vendors in general. It's just gonna happen. It's the nature of the beast. The stereotypes, they exist for a reason. But most experienced vendors are just amazing creative partners to work with on the wedding day. You just gotta communicate. You just gotta be honest, transparent, be vulnerable, let them know what you need. Let them know your limitations, especially like you only have one camera, you only have one lens, you're just a solo shooter. So the more that you can communicate that and just tell them what you need to be effective, to stay on schedule, to allow them to get what they need, they let you get what you need, and then you can keep moving forward. And a simple system to capturing a variety of angles is to get your wide shot first, when the photographer is setting up the couple. And then, before the photographer shifts, just ask the photographer if you can go in real quick for a closer perspective, or ask the photographer if she can tell the couple to keep doing what they're doing so that you can get a tighter frame. This way, you're putting it in the photographer's hands, you're communicating what you need, and you're not interrupting the flow of the moment. You're just letting it play out a little bit longer.
Perfect, and smile at me. Beautiful, that was great. Can we do it one more time for the video though?
And honestly, my favorite photographers do this by default. And if you're a photographer out there that does this, I love you. If you're also a photographer and videographer who needs a solid place to deliver a quality, exceptional experience to your couples, there's no other place than VidFlow. VidFlow is a high-quality video editing service and photography delivery service now that I've been using for years to really elevate my clients' first impressions when they watch their film. Because the way they view their film and their photos matters just as much as how you create them. Whether it's a Netflix-style viewing experience for their film or a high-quality, elegant design for their photos, VidFlow really has it all. And if you're interested in checking out VidFlow and their amazing benefits and features for professional videographers and photographers, I have a link down below that will get you 20% off on an annual subscription. So head over to VidFlow right now so you can see if it could be a good fit for you and start elevating your client experience. Number 3 is be selective, but know your couple's expectations. Ultimately, you can't be everywhere. You're not gonna have safety angles, so unfortunately, you're gonna have to sacrifice certain moments.
He's going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't! There must be another way!
Be selective, but also know what's important for your couple, what they're most excited about, what they expect you to prioritize. Have a comprehensive list easily accessible to you so that you can keep reminding yourself what you need to focus on, what you need to prioritize for your couple. You can use the Notes app on the iPhone. I do this all the time. I put all the important things that I need to keep at top of mind and just set it as my lock screen so I can stay focused throughout the day. Number 4 is holding each shot for at least 8 seconds. Now, one big challenge that I will say as a solo shooter, as a wedding videographer in general, is just letting moments linger. A lot of times we're dealing with outside forces that are interfering within the moment, such as photographers, just bless their hearts, speaking during very emotional moments on the wedding day, like the father-daughter first look. When the dad starts crying, the second he sees her, you hear the photographer going, "Oh my God, that's so cute." Why are you speaking during this moment? Like, can't you see they're crying? Do you know how to read the room? Like, let them have their moment. You being involved in their moment makes no sense. That is like a huge pet peeve of mine. I'm sorry, that's a really big pet peeve of mine when I am filming a moment. It's so emotional, it's so powerful, and all you hear in the background is the photographer just like, "Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Okay, now give her a hug." I'm like, it was been like 3 seconds. They just saw each other. Can they have a minute? Oh gosh. Sorry, I think I just blacked out there for a second. What was I saying? Okay, yes, letting moments linger. 8 seconds is great, 5 if you're limited on time, but 8 seconds really gives you that buffer later on in the edit. It gives you a lot more to work with so that you're not stressed or panicking when you need a little bit more emotion from this one moment. And any shorter, oftentimes you'll be punching the air because you're like, gosh, this is so emotional. This would be transformational in this edit, and I don't have enough time. So count to 5 to 8 seconds for each shot and then move to a different angle. Number 5 is have more audio gear than camera gear. At least 2 lav recorders. I like the Tascam DR10L Pros or the DJI Mic 2 that you can use for the bride and the groom, a stick mic like the TX660 with a mic sleeve for speeches, and a field recorder for the DJ system as an extra backup. Without audio, your film's kind of dead on arrival, in my opinion, and it will ultimately just end up being a music video highlight. And in order to really showcase the power of video, we need audio. We need dialogue, the spoken word on the wedding day, because that's what really brings the couple back into the moment. That's really what they're gonna cherish so much more later down the road. They're gonna look at a music video highlight and be like, man, I wish I could actually hear my grandpa speaking during the ceremony, or I wish I could hear my dad and my mom, or just moments, authentic moments, instead of the slow-mo highlight music video style. Audio is incredibly powerful, and it's such a huge, crucial component to pushing video into more than just a luxury item. Number 6 is the secret is really in the lull moments. Now, the wedding day is just this one big choreographed dance, but you're not dancing the whole time. The secret to capturing the day and creating the illusion that you have multiple cameras lies in the lull moments. During the ceremony, when there is a reading, when you've already captured the officiant's monologue. The lull moment during a family reading or scripture reading is where you have the ability to go around the ceremony and capture different perspectives, family reactions, different angles that can really elevate your ceremony coverage. When the family portraits are going on, or when the photographer's doing one-on-one portraits with the bridesmaids or the groomsmen, this is an opportunity for you to capture different perspectives, different people, different moments that are occurring simultaneously on the wedding day. And again, just creates that illusion that you have multiple people there helping you capture this day. But it just takes time to master that dance and knowing which steps are the most important. At the end of the day, filming a wedding day solo with just one camera, one lens, isn't about limitations. It's about creativity. It's about storytelling, and it's about awareness. You're not going to capture every single moment, every single angle, and that's okay. What matters most is just being intentional, listening for the story, and capturing the moments that carry the most emotional weight from the day. And also just making sure that you're putting your couple's needs and expectations first and foremost. If you combine patience with presence and anticipate those big moments while capturing the magic in the lulls, you're going to create something unforgettable, and the couple is going to love their film regardless of if you have multiple cameras, multiple angles. If you focus on these things, you're going to deliver something that the couple is going to cherish. Gear can grow over time, but the ability to notice, to adapt, and to tell an authentic story with the tools that you have right now is honestly the most important skill set that you'll ever develop. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and valuable in some way. If you did, it would mean so much if you consider liking and subscribing. And until next time, keep creating and telling beautiful stories. Peace.